is video 1 of 2 featuring this TST R002 e-bike. This first video I'm going to show you how to assemble the bike and what comes in the box, etc. And then in video 2 I'm going to do all the testing and see what its performance is like. Let's get into this. Let's get this e-bike unboxed. Note that it does tell you to keep the packaging for at least 7 days in case of a return. The bulk of the bike is actually pre-assembled. The rear fender is on, the battery comes installed, the handlebars need to be attached, but all the wires and everything are already attached to it. The keys are zip tied to the handlebars, by the way. I'm leaving the front fork in that padding for a minute until I get the wheel on. And so as far as loose pieces, we have the front wheel. This appears to be some kind of rear rack, because that seems to be a tail light there. There's the seat, the front fender, the front headlight, documentation, kickstand, and then it comes in this little pack with a bunch of tools, all that you need to assemble and maintain the bike. Spare parts. This is a derailleur guard. Here are the pedals, and last but not least, the battery charger. So first things first, I'm going to charge up the battery here. It shipped with all 4 lights lit up. We'll go ahead and throw it on the charger here. There's just a little port on the side here. Just plug the charger in, and you can see the light on the charger turned red. So we'll just let that run, and hopefully it'll be green by the time we're done assembling the bike. So step 1 in the assembly instruction, it wants to install the kickstand. And by the way, you should never assemble a bike using a drill. This one, however, has a torque adjustment on it, so I don't over torque stuff. And I've had experience using it and assembling bikes with it before, but you can easily destroy or damage stuff using a power drill. So better safe than sorry and use the manual tools. I'm going to be using my drill today. So the kickstand comes with its screws already installed. We need to go ahead and take those out. And there's a bracket right here with these holes. This kickstand just comes right up behind that bracket, and then you're going to send the screws in through the front. It's just like that. Now we'll have a kickstand to hold the bike up while we continue to assemble it. Next, we're going to prepare the front axle and get rid of the clip from inside the brake caliper. Let's first get rid of the packing material in the brake caliper. That's this little piece right here. Just pull that out. Next, we're simply going to unscrew these 2 nuts on both sides and remove this axle. So these are the parts I've got. The axle, on both sides, you've got a thicker washer here, and then a thin washer, and then a nut. And then up inside the fork, they sometimes like to fall out, but you also have these little pieces. Don't miss those. This sleeve right here is just to protect the axle during shipping, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. And then in the manual, it gives very nice, clear directions, numbered, easy to see, the exact sequence that these parts and pieces go on in order to mount the tire. And then when you mount the tire, be sure and get the disc brake inside the brake calipers that we removed that piece of packing material from. Okay, so according to the manual, we do the thick sleeve first, followed by the skinny washer that you can see right here. And they call this the safety hook. That's going to go on like so. And then the nut will go on the edge. You do that on both sides. Next, they want us to install the front fender. I've got that right here. And there's a screw right here at the top that will attach to the fender, as well as 2 screws on each side right here on this little bracket, and those attach to these little metal things. And this top loop right here uses that screw right there. And just like that, it's installed. By the way, the little metal thing that attaches to the fender goes on the back side right here. And then you can see these supports coming down right here. Next step, the handlebars. So up here on the top, we've got this bracket right here. This is not very clear in the instruction, but you must take this off and turn it over, okay? Why? So can you see how the handlebars are touching those plastic pieces, and we're not anywhere close to fitting into that piece that holds the horizontal member. And so to fix that, we need to take this little cap off right here, take this Allen key, and take this bolt out, and then we can take this off like this, turn it over 180 degrees, put it back on. Go ahead and put this cap piece back on. We won't snug it up insane yet because we need a little play to get these handlebars on. But now if you look, it's actually holding where it's supposed to in the handlebars. So that's what we want to see. So I simply put these 4 screws back in. Then looking top down with the wheel, we need to align the handlebars. And then once they're aligned, you can go ahead and tighten these bolts right here on the side. Next, we need to install the headlight. So there are these little brackets right here, and we'll just fold those out. And then the headlight has these big bolts that are in the side. You unscrew those, and those will go through the bracket right here. There it is. Just tightened up the bolts on both sides, and then I also tightened this up a little bit so it wasn't sliding up and down as much on the frame. And then I've routed its power cable up into this cable grouping right here, and we've got a spare terminal coming off the controller here, so we're just going to hook those two up together, just like that. Next, they want us to install the pedals, and they are labeled left and right. You can see this has L on it, so that's the left pedal, and you can see this crank has an L on it as well. And there are the pedals, all installed. Next, we're installing the rack and seat, those two pieces right there. So we gotta take these screws out on both these, and then this piece will just kind of slot in like that and kind of sit at an angle upward like that. All right, there's that piece. Just these 4 bolts hold it on. FYI, they want you to put a washer on this side as well as the inside, which makes sense. However, this was the only area that did not have 2 washers already pre-installed, so I did have to dip into the spare bag here and get 4 new washers. Okay, next we've got a loose connection right here, and that's going to go and plug into the tail light. So you got that all wired up, and now we're going to install the seat, and it just kind of goes like that. And there's 6 different points of attachment here, here, and here, and these have little covers on them, so obviously remove those before you try to thread anything on. Okay, and there's the bike seat all installed. I did need to use a few more nuts from the spare little baggie there, but we're all done with the assembly of this bike. There is the derailleur guard, but I am not going to install that just because I don't want to mess with things coming loose or whatever on that rear wheel. Last thing to do is install this battery. And I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but it's a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery pack, 720 watt hours. All right, it simply comes over here, slots in like that, and then we'll get the keys and lock it, and we should be good to go. So pro tip, on the side of the battery, there's an on-off switch. You need to flip that to on before you can get any power out of it. All right, now we'll push and hold this power button, and looky there. We'll just tip this up and give it a little throttle. Seems to work. There's a QR code here to get the app, and unfortunately, they force you to sign up for an account in order to use the app, so that's what we've got to do quick. All right, we're all signed in, so we'll go ahead and say connected devices. We'll go ahead and allow Bluetooth permissions. Let's try hitting this again. Looks like it found it, so we'll go ahead and hit connect. We can see the little Bluetooth icon here on the screen. Wants us to select our model. One is white, one is black. Mine's black, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we're in class 2 mode right now. Of course, we want to unlock class 3, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and unlock class 3. And you got to scroll through and accept the disclaimer. Then I do like the option of you being able to move it back down to class 2 if you wanted to. And the app is pretty basic. State of charge indicator, ride time in hours, current trip mileage, and then the total odometer mileage. And it looks like you can keep a record and history of different bike rides and whatnot you've taken. And there's not too much in here. Yeah, security settings is just like two-form factor verification. Your devices, if you have multiple devices to keep track of. Clean the cache. Not exactly sure what that does. Doesn't do anything. This is a ranking system with people around you, if you want to participate in that, and about, user agreement, privacy, etc. And that's pretty much the app in a nutshell. So let me just show you a couple cool features. If you squeeze the brake, you can see there's a very bright flashing tail light. Press and hold the headlight button, and that turns on the very bright, high intensity headlight. That thing is sweet. And with the headlight on, it also puts a constant on tail light, which then starts to flash as soon as you brake. And this is a nice touch. Double tapping the plus with the little right facing arrow causes these lines to start flashing on the screen. And you got a turn signal. Isn't that sweet? Double tapping left starts a left turn signal. Isn't that cool? I think that's very cool. And of course, this is your throttle. Nothing happens when you're in 0 pedal assist. Once you get up to a higher pedal assist, then the throttle starts to function. And of course, you've got your derailleur over here. And guys, don't forget, if you've got a portable power station and some solar panels kicking around, and they're just kind of in storage when you're not, on the road or camping or whatever, be sure and bust them out and use them to charge the e-bike. You might as well make use of your investment and get free juice for the bike. All right, everybody, so that concludes the assembly and unboxing video I've got a whole separate testing video coming up. So I'll be sure and add that to the description as soon as it's available. So links to this bike are down in the description, as well as any coupon codes. Be sure and check it out further. And let me know your comments on what you think of this, and if this assembly tutorial was helpful. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype, the 5 free things that really make a difference on the YouTube channel. We've got more epic content coming your way, so stay tuned, stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time.